Looking ahead to the futures. Niners are 6-1 at Bet365. Kansas City is 7-1. Ravens 9-1. Bills 10-1. Detroit Lions 12-1. Just on the outside, Bengals 14-1. Cowboys 16-1. First question. If we're betting a Super Bowl matchup, would you do a round robin with these 5 12-1 teams right now?
Yeah, sure, it's fun. But people, right now in a high yield savings account, you can get 5% back on your money. Okay. Do you want to tie your money up with a sports book for the next year? Or do you want to do that with your money? Please do the latter. Don't make these bets. Like what chat's talking about is true. What I bet on is the unicorns, and it happens way more often than you'd believe it. Even this last season, okay, I was all in on the Rams. I talked about the Rams for months. You could have got them at 150-1 to make a Super Bowl run. Could you have not have seen them beat that Lions team, right? A couple of bounces didn't go their way. Could they have beat Tampa on the road? Probably. Could they have beaten this 49ers team that seemed like they struggled towards the end of the season, right? 0 for 3 against the spread for the 49ers in the playoffs. I'm sure the Rams could have done it, right? So that's what, if I'm going to tie up my money for the next year, I want it to be in a long shot. Now, people take it out of context where like, this show thinks the Chicago Bears are going to win the Super Bowl because we gave them out at 100-1. Fucking A. We did not think that. Maybe we did once it came to August, but I definitely didn't think that betting in February. And what I'm betting here is I want to bet long shots on things that might happen, that could happen, and things could break these teams' ways, and that's how they could get there. So if I'm gonna give you what I've already bet, again, I'll start at the bottom. We're gonna get real ugly, people. My first bet I made, Giants at 125-1 on Bet365. Do I really think the Giants are going to win the Super Bowl? No. Do I think their division is open? Yeah. I don't think Dallas and the Eagles are as good as people perceive. And I think if Daniel Jones is healthy, they get a little better. I mean, even look at what they did with Tommy DeVito, people. Like, it's all there. The Giants could make some crazy run. Do I really believe it? No. That's what we're going to start with. The Giants, they're my longest one. Next up is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is heavily rumored to be out there to get Justin Fields.
Yes, I was
Love
gonna
that
I was
move.
gonna ask you about this one because I'm looking at this one and like, of course we're gonna bet the Steelers. I want to remind
Got
people
to.
that a few years ago we had both bet on the Buccaneers at
Yeah.
very long odds before Tom Brady went to the Bucks
Yep.
because he was rumored to be as part of the sweepstakes.
And like again, that's another great one where again, dumbest luckiest bet ever. I hit that at 60-1, Tampa to win a Super Bowl because Tom got traded there or went there as a free agent. Again, these are ugly, people. Arizona Cardinals. I don't think they're as terrible as people perceive. Even this year, they had a bunch of games where it's like, okay, this team is not that terrible. And you saw when Kyler Murray came back, he's a spark. Like as much hate as he gets, he is what all these people are hoping Bryce Young would be, right? It's like these fast, short quarterbacks that can put the ball downfield. Now you add in they might take Marvin Harris Jr. with their first pick, and now he has an absolute stud on the outside. I love that upside for Arizona. The only reason I'm not putting a lot on it is because of their division. It's like the 49ers, they're going to be right back here. Purdy cost them 0.3% of their salary cap. Like they got the money. The 49ers should be back. So again, not too heavy in Arizona just because of that division. Chad already mentioned them. Tampa, 66-1. I just like the value there on Baker. It's like in that division, again, another team I'm about to bring up. It's just because of the division they're in. And to cap it out, even though this has moved, Atlanta, I saw them at 50-1. Now they're down to 40-1. There's my last one, Atlanta. Like Atlanta, if they go get Justin Fields, if they go get Kirk Cousins, instantly that's going to be a good team. Like they have all the pieces. The only thing missing all season was the quarterback. So I hate that they've moved so much because they're right at the threshold. I usually don't like to take 40-1 at this point of the year, but if you can shop around, this is Bet365 we're on. Shop around, see if any other book has them at 50-1 still. I like the value on Atlanta just in case they do get a quarterback in there.
It's funny when I look at these top five: Niners, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Lions.
Lions. How about Lions being top five?
I know it almost looks it looks disorienting, to be honest, because obviously we know what they did last year and there's going to be a lot of momentum for them. But
The Chiefs are the only bet though when you talk AFC, right?
Yeah, that like the Lions to me looks like I feel like they might be overvalued because of expectations. I might wait and hope that the Lions lose a couple games early, drop, and then
Yeah, I
by
like that.
virtue of their team, then I look at the Ravens and the Bills. Why would I bet on either of those when they play in the same division as in the same conference as the Chiefs? There's just
And the whole
no
mental
reason.
factor, he's broken both of them mentally.
He's broken them.
You can't tell me he hasn't. Like people that keep being denial, it's like Josh Allen, I don't know how much therapy he's gonna have to do, but come on, like you just talked about it. Like Michael Jordan broke people's wills. He broke that whole era. That whole 90s era was broken because of Jordan. We're seeing it from Mahomes. Like again, the Jazz, they should have won multiple championships and he broke them. Even he would say they had better teams and he still beat them just because of what he could do. So it feels the same for the Mahomes. I'm right on board with Chad. It's like even the Dallas Cowboys, I almost got sucked back in. The Cowboys were 20-1. Dak, for all we know, Dak is mentally broken. The dude, Jordan Love, looked like the seasoned vet when they played. Like he got outclassed by Jordan Love. So I'd much rather throw money on Green Bay at their price. Um, let's see where they're at. Green Bay is 22-1. I'd rather bet them than I would Dallas, because at least I know Jordan Love has what it takes in the playoffs. He doesn't let the moment get too big for him. So yeah, people, if you're thinking of betting these futures, I really think what Chad said so true. It's like really dive into it. Can you really trust these teams at these prices? And I just don't think I can, where it's like I'd rather bet on these other random teams at a better price that to me have the same exact chances this Cowboys team does.
The only AFC team I would bet on, Cincinnati Bengals, because I do think Burrow has proven it. Burrow has beaten Mahomes multiple times.
Yep.
Uh, they have a in Anarumo, they have a coordinator on defense who I think is Spags like in his ability to be creative and create schemes that will challenge Mahomes. And they also have so much talent. So 14-1 for the
And this is like
Bengals.
the last year of it, right? Because they're
Yeah,
tagging T. Higgs. Like this feels like the last year of like
exactly.
Chase, T. Higgs. You know, it's all there for this Bengals team. Coming off an
And
injury too. You're right. It's good buy low spot too for them.
so Cincy feels like a good one to me. They could get out strong, so that's an interesting one to me.